Azir, if you are going for this mid lane power that we were talking about that happened in game 2. If you're on Lecce right now, you're going to be going after Nazir, who can obviously E-dash away all the time. Sure that we'll have a pressure on a champion like Azir, who has that defensive dash out that can, I'd say, relatively easy to use as well.
It's interesting that we see Inting is improving stacking against an invade here, or potentially even going for an invade through bottom side, but I don't know if that really works on blue side. They're going to walk into this bush, and then Kai'Sa will see them walking all the way up this wall. Will they be able to pull it off? Will the flash hook come out? No. Dcard is just going to walk away. So Poseidon is now going to be late to lane, which could be a problem against Fiora. So in that matchup, Fiora does have that percent max health true damage, so she does tend to smack tanks. I don't know if she'll be able to do quite so well early on, but I guess if she's leashing, she can't really get the push advantage regardless.
Yeah, and I do like the Kai'Sa Pyke combination because at level 6 it could really work out with some sort of all-in potential. But pre-6, Jinx Nautilus, I'm pretty sure is going to slap up that lane like it's nobody's business.
Yeah, Jinx is definitely a great matchup into Kai'Sa for the early lane. Just the range off of her rockets is insane compared to Kai'Sa. Like, Kai'Sa's got 525, and Jinx scales up to longer range than Caitlyn's, like 700 some at level 9. So she's going to be in trouble here in this lane if Pyke doesn't land any good hooks.
I do favor the Fiora over the or I think I'm not sure. I feel like the parry. I mean, I feel like I'm getting my words right out of my mouth.
But we do have a gank here. Uraxi is here. He went for the vertical jungle, picking up both of those buffs on the top side of the map as Poseidon gets chunked out a little bit. The flag and drag does knock him up, but it's not quite enough as Lecce looking over the wall, potentially going for the counter onto Uraxi, but both junglers just going to retreat, and maybe Lecce not even going for the vertical jungle, just going to accept that he's getting 3 buffed here.
Yeah,
as we do have... Uraxi is considering going for another gank, so will he go for it? He's waiting in this bush. He's just barely out of range for his flag and drag combo, but Deity is very low. There's a ward spotting him out now. Will Lecce go for it? It's Poseidon gets the knock up onto Deity. Deity has to dash away, and Uraxi is just stuck in indecision here, trying to decide whether he can go in or whether to go down river onto Lecce. Will they fight over this crab, though? Lecce may be spotted up, but here's the flag. He definitely is now as Revenge rotates over. Looks like they are going to manage to pick up this Scuttle Crab here. And the smite is good. Thorn potentially looking for a fight, but not quite. Okay, they are disengaging. I think we are done with that fight now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know why I call it a fight. That was just like touch and go. Nobody really knows if they want to hit each other or not.
There's a bunch of people looking at each other angrily, I guess.
Yeah. And Lecce is coming down here, I think. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, you don't know if you... I mean, you can see Azir sort of pushing in, but I think that it might be better to just start ganking bot lane if you are Lecce. Jarvan, you're on your Axes. Might be coming top as well.
Yeah, looks like he is going to find Poseidon here, but do they have the damage? Poseidon's walking down river instead of back towards this tower, so the flag and drag is going to land on him. And Deity is here, but the pillar and searing charge does land. Uraxi has to flash away. It's going to be first blood picked up by Deity. Uraxi just getting out by the skin of his teeth. Oh, but we do have Lecce coming in around the backside for Thorn. Will he get taken out? The dash is good. Lecce misses the Sonic Wave regardless, so he's going to be safe from that gank.
There might be a pull coming in here. No, just... Actually, a much more mean bot lane than I thought it would be. A lot less action in general. Top lane, Ornn is building himself a successful lead. In terms of damage, but he's still getting... I mean, his CS is still competitive. There's no real lead there.
Yeah, Ornn does have pretty solid base damage, so he does sort of have the opportunity to bully out Fiora in this early game, but I think Fiora is probably going to scale better just by the nature of her kit. But we do have Uraxi coming in for a second gank onto Poseidon, which he doesn't seem to have been aware of, but Deity may just be too low. Poseidon may be able to turn this. The parry is good, though. He gets the stun off, and Poseidon has to charge away, and Deity picks up a second kill here, even though he's getting bullied in this lane.
Yeah, I think eventually these kills do mean that he has to start winning naturally. I think it might take a little bit more, maybe post 6 or something along those lines, especially when he can just parry out the ultimate from Poseidon. So I think that could definitely work, but you see something going on bot lane as well.
We got the flash hook missing. Fiendfire just showing off their Spider-Man skills going into that wall there as Def picks up the kill. That's a feels bad right there.
Yeah, 0-3 now. 0-3G. Granite Eclipse is winning quite successfully, but you can see some weird CS differentials right now. Actually, let's go into this replay real quick, because you can see that there's the flash, and there is somehow managing to miss that extremely large hitbox, which led to the turnaround.
Poseidon gets taken down once again. You're actually really just camping out. He's got tents set up in this top lane. He's got a little camper. He's got his s'mores. He is ready to just live in this lane. Poseidon, he's just getting punished left and right.
Yeah, and if you look at it too, like, he can do this also because nobody else is really getting, like, nobody's losing out on anything, because the second time, or the first time that Lee Sin ganked, bot lane for Granite Eclipse was able to pull a kill out of that. So if you look at, like, the way that everything's working right now, essentially, you can just run Uraxi top lane over and over and over again, and as long as nobody else is getting solo killed, or nobody else is getting ganked, it doesn't matter. They can just do that, like, just keep running it back.
We had a clean sonic wave off of that blast cone from Leche, but unfortunately not enough to follow up there. This Granite Eclipse does escape this top lane without giving up another kill, but yeah, like, going 1 for 0 in a 2v3, that is great for the bot lane of Granite Eclipse. They have to be happy about that one.
Yeah, I think what's telling also is that the fact that Jarvan only has half the CS of Lee Sin, yet his team is still up around 2.5k gold. Just because obviously you have the kills, not only that, but no other members of his team are down in CS. It's something you really like to see if you are the side of Granite Eclipse right now.
Yeah, I guess, like, looking at the farm differentials sort of across the board, Granite Eclipse isn't really doing as well as they have in previous games. Like, we have a 15 CS lead in top lane, but everywhere else they're even or behind, so that's a little bit surprising. But in terms of the gold, just like, the camp in this top lane has been doing wonders, and I think they're probably in the lead in this game right now.
Yeah, well, I think that the fact that Granite Eclipse is actually, I don't know if they're necessarily losing. Oh, let's say we might have a fight here instead.
Oh, yeah, looks like Leche is coming in, so they get the Call to Forge God onto Deity, and he goes down. That is a fat shutdown onto Poseidon on this Orin, so it's a good gank coming in from Leche.
Yeah, that's definitely a beacon of light for right now. But what I was talking about the CS is actually, like, sure, I think at one point you could say that there is less differences right now. In terms of, like, Granite Eclipse doesn't have its large leads, but if you look at the CS itself, like, 78, 77 CS in 9 minutes is pretty huge for anybody, to the point where I think that Antiquans and Premium might have actually just improved their own CS right now instead of being the other way around. They've really tried to pile in, although clearly Granite Eclipse does running a bot lane CS differential now with around 10. D Carter pulling some a little bit of a lead for his own.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's fair, but, like, at the same time, I don't think Kai'Sa should have... Oh, but she is getting hooked, sorry. The Sonic Wave misses from Leche, though, but it doesn't even matter. They have the damage there. The hook landed onto D Carter, and now Def is just trying to get away, but the depth charge fizzles because of that stealth. Def manages to get away, but that is a kill on the board for Leche here at the almost 10-minute mark.
Yeah, I mean, it is pretty huge. Like we said, we gotta see. Leche has to be obviously the one that's carrying if his team is behind. because he's able to get around the map the most. Jinx right now just doesn't have the manpower to get kills for herself. So Leche has to be the one that's showing up. Or sorry, yeah, Jinx and Kai'Sa just is a little bit too safe. Because Nautilus has just not been landing the hooks that he needs to as of right now. You see a TP coming in for Vlad. This actually changed numbers to about a 4v4 because now.
Oh, but the steal comes in from Uraxi out of nowhere. The entirety of Grin Eclipse had abandoned that dragon except for him just waiting behind the pit for his moment. That's going to be an Infernal Drake coming in. There he gets the kill on the Leche as well. This guy is just popping off all of a sudden. Holy moly.
Yeah, so he just turned that fight, or not even just turned the fight, he turned the momentum down completely. He's able to, first of all, I didn't even think he didn't even have vision. He just felt it and went in there. Mites it out, flashes away, and you can see Leche was probably a little bit salty, a little bit crass with that. He just wanted to get in there and have some sort of revenge, but it just didn't work out. He played risky for it.
Yeah, that was beautiful play from Uraxi with the blind steal against a Lee Sin, and now look at him go. He's going on Poseidon here, but Leche is here. Revenge is here as well. He doesn't even get to touch him though. Leche has his revenge for losing that dragon. It's another kill on the board for Inting is improving.
Yeah, and I mean that is it's sort of unfortunate if you are Grin Eclipse right now because you had such strong momentum going on, but Leche getting one more kill, he's trying to pull his team back into this. I'm not really sure what lane he wants to focus now. It looks like he is coming top lane a lot, but I mean Ornn's down 30 CS. I don't know if you're the one, if you really think that that's the number one lane you should be working on right now is getting Ornn ahead. I feel like there might be better lanes or better situations to go for.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is probably just a prank. It's a pressure gank, right? He's just trying to give Poseidon a good back timing and deter the dive. It's like he's just sitting out there taking the CS right now just so they don't lose it and they don't lose that tower, which is down to one plate. So, I mean, it's not like the worst thing, but yeah, he's not making money for himself. Oh, but the hook lands onto D Carter, and here comes the depth charge as well. Yola McSwagam is trying to do the damage, but the Triumph is going to keep D Carter alive. The flash away from Death's ultimate is good. The Death from below does not quite get it, but the flash away from the Super Mega Death Rocket is good as well. That almost lands, but look at Yola McSwagam's health bars right now. Like, his resource bars are completely empty. That was the closest that fight could have been, I think.
Yeah, if they can get some plates as well after, it'll be able to secure even more gold. Around 3k right now just for Grin Eclipse, and the fact that they can get that double gold Pyke ultimate means that the lead in gold is not going to be small, and giving it onto Pyke is going to be huge because the more ultimates that he can land, the more gold that will be going over to Grin Eclipse. And overall, just actually a very well-timed flash as well. You saw from D Carter at the end of that. So overall, I think you gotta be right now. You gotta be panicking.
Oh. Suddenly we have a fight going on here. Leche is getting pushed out of his own jungle by Uraxi once again, taken very low over his blue buff. That's going to reset, and Uraxi is going to be pushed out by Revenge, but Uraxi just flexing on this map right now.
Yeah, the only way that Inting Supreme can win is if Leche can start pushing around his 2-in-1. Like, he's essentially the only fed quote-unquote member on his team. I'm not sure. I don't know if he wants to go bot or if he wants to go mid, but I don't think top lane is really the area he wants to pull onto anymore. I don't think it's going to help towards a larger victory. We'll have to see. Mid lane could work. He does have the kick, and then and flash Thorn either. So Leche might be priming himself for a mid lane gank, but he just keeps going top lane. I'm not really sure why that is.
Yeah, he's just trying to get Poseidon back in the game, I guess, because Deity can be pretty scary on this Fiora in a tank matchup past the early game, so he's just trying to keep his top laner from going down instead of making proactive plays.
Yeah, I mean, he can even see his bot lane, his bot side of the jungle is completely open, and I'm not sure like what his entire point is. Even a mid lane gank could work. Like, I don't think. I think Fiora definitely will probably have a certain thing in the back of her head, sort of expecting a gank as well. But Azir's gonna be here to show us. It just seems so awkward that they just keep going for Fiora over and over again.
Yep, and here's
Oh,
Leche
that is
escaping the Emperor's Divide from Thorn. So Thorn not quite pulling off that gank here, but here is Revenge coming up as well. The kick lands onto Thorn, pushing him maybe away from where he wanted, but he just comes back in, accepts his fate. Revenge picks up the kill. Meanwhile, in this bottom lane, this tower is going down, but Death picks up the death from below onto 12 Fiendfire, and now Yola McSwagam has to be feeling afraid in this lane. He's just going to back off, not even going to try to defend this 1v2 against a Pyke with a reset. So they're going to trade Infernal Dragon for Rift Herald.
Oh,
But Super
No
Mega Death
way.
Rocket will like, oh no,
it didn't
just
even hit.
barely misses, but
even
probably
if it
wouldn't have
hit, it
stolen it
would've died.
regardless. Yeah.
yeah, 3-0 Pyke is pretty huge right now. Like I said, the more kills that you get on the Pyke early game, that it's like a compound interest thing where it eventually will pay off for even more gold late game and mid game. So that's pretty great right now. Even if some people would say Kai'Sa would be the best for the kills right now, I think that Pyke having or Def having these kills is actually pretty good.
I mean, she's
overall.
getting just as much gold anyway.
Yeah. Like I said, that the
Yes.
gold sharing potential and whatnot is great. I mean, obviously, not every kill is going to have Kai'Sa on the assist end, but I still think that Pyke having these 3 kills is definitely the way you want to be.
And we got Uraxi getting a little bit caught out in the jungle there, looking for those wraiths. He does have to blow his flash to get out of the situation, as well as his ultimate. So it's going to be an open window for Inting is improving to look for a fight here. It's Leche rotating down towards this Azir, who may be exposed on this bottom side, but he's just going to clear out the pink wards. Will he be able to escape those? Emperor's Divide up. It looks like it is, so he's in trouble. D. Carter is here for the cleanup as well. So Thorn picking up a kill for himself on an overextended Lee Sin.
Yeah, that is pretty huge because you had some sort of momentum building up with Inting is improving. You saw that Leche was able to get a kill before, and you really thought that maybe this was turning it around. But a nice Grand Eclipse was having some nice team cohesion, being able to pool 4 of their members together so that there was no picks. Was able to catch out Leche, so I'd say it's a very strong macro play from them for right now. I'll have to see it if it continues, but overall, I think that wasn't a mistake that they were able to catch out Leche. It's part of just the macro play that they've been putting on right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think he was maybe a little bit greedy in going for the vision, but yeah, it was a good response from D. Carter walking down river, recognizing that this play is going to happen. And he is pretty significantly ahead of Yola McSwagam right now. He's got 4 assists over him. He's got 20 CS. That's not usually how you want to see the Jinx versus Kai'Sa matchup play out.
Yeah, what's more interesting is that there's going to be another dragon coming up, and it's going to be an Infernal. So if Grand Eclipse pulls this 3rd Infernal out, it's going to be so extremely hard for Inting Improving to win any scuffle or team fight with the bonus AD and AP that will be on each of the members.
We do have Uraxi maybe overextending a little bit, looking for Poseidon under this tower, but it's going to be a 2v2 because Deity is here to dissuade this fight. So Poseidon is just going to back off. Uraxi not blowing anything on that fight. Neither is Poseidon. D. Carter rotating up, as well as 12 Fiendfire. Both teams kind of posturing around this top lane, but still, Inting is improving, just barely hanging on to this tower by a thread.
Yeah, this
Yola
tower really
McSwagam.
won't last for too long. You have Demolish. It'll only take 1 more hit, actually. And then maybe...
Yeah, Yola McSwagam maybe a little bit overextended, but will the hook land from Def?
This will be
Looks
the
like
Death
it
Rocket.
does, but the Super Mega Death Rocket misses. There goes the Prey Seeker as well, or not the Prey Seeker. Here comes Uraxi with a Cataclysm. Not quite enough damage if you don't land the
What
EQ as well, but Def has to get away. Too bad that Super Mega Death Rocket is on cooldown. three members of Grin Eclipse just barely escaping from that one YOLO McSwag'em Jinx there in the mid lane, but Poseidon, meanwhile, in the top lane is looking for the call of the Forge God onto Deity. The Sonic Wave lands from Leche as well. Here comes the Depth Charge. Do they have the damage to finish off? There's no riposte. Here comes the Dragon's Rage, but there's the 1-for-1 trade. There are assists on it, though, so that is worthwhile for Intigan's improvement, but YOLO McSwag'em in the mid lane, overextending, looking for the duel onto Kai'Sa. You can't do that, though, because the isolated Q just does so much damage right now. It's evolved. So that's another kill going over for Grin Eclipse.
What the... What? What? I don't understand. Like, what? Okay. I can see it with my eyes that everybody is randomly diving towers and wasting summoner spells and then trading 1-for-1, which... And then I don't... It doesn't comprehend. Like, mid lane, before any of that happened, Kai'Sa just random... Okay, first of all, they're just randomly diving Jinx for some reason. Like, they get the Cataclysm, and then they have to flash out, I think, for... Pyke has to flash out because he was just standing under tower. And then Kai'Sa had to heal. Like, all because... And they didn't even get the Jinx in the end, I don't think. And then top lane...
Yeah.
At least there was, like, a kill that got out of it, but I don't understand what the point... I feel like they could have just got the tower and moved on. Like you said, there was assist, so there was something to do with it, but then they burned their ultimate as well, so it just seems like such a fiesta.
Yeah, I think maybe both teams are starting to feel the pressure with the finals on the line in this game. We are on match point. Grin Eclipse could end up taking this game and taking the series with it, so both teams is trying to make some plays happen as they posture around this third Infernal Drake, which would be huge for Grin Eclipse to pick up as well. We do have... Oh, there goes Uraxi going in, looking for it. He gets the Cataclysm onto Leche, but Leche uses that safeguard to get out of there. But Revenge takes down Thorn in the backline. Poseidon takes down Uraxi, who came back over the wall. And D. Carter is getting smacked by Revenge back here. And Revenge ends up going down to Deity, but meanwhile, Death is also dying in the backline as Deity getting a double kill for himself. Looks like it's about to be a triple. He flashes forward, not sure he needed to do that, but it's for the swag. Deity is now left here with D. Carter trying to finish off this kill. Quadra kill for Deity. Will he be able to pick up the Penta? The Dragon is helping out. It's aggroed onto Poseidon, but do they have the chase? The slow is on. Deity is running him down. Does he have it? The Unstoppable comes out. Here comes the epic zoom in. Poseidon's taken very, very low. Will he go down? He does. It's a pentakill for Deity. Holy moly. Grin Eclipse is taking off here in this game. 22 minutes with 3 Infernal Dragons and a pentakill on a Fiora. How did they not lose this game at this point? This is nuts.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what to say other than just Deity just popped off there. And there was some rhyme and some reason, but his damage with the triple infernals, he was able to just dance around the enemy team and get, like, just... Okay, let's just watch the replay. I don't even know if I need to commentate over this, because you can just see how Deity is able to get in there. Obviously, the first play was just this Cataclysm into the back line, which made it a little bit of weirder fight, because you see actually just way into the back, and Revenge is able to first take out Thorn before anything goes down. And still, here's the Fiora, here's the ultimate, here's the duel that originally sets off the heal, and now you can see one by one people are just starting to come up to her. She's still getting this heal the entire time, a great parry for a double kill, and this is when the chase really starts to go on. She gets the Lee Sin, easy flash there. Now these were the final 2 kills that she was able to get onto. Just able to get the vitals very well, and the final we already saw that chase come down. Nice parry, finally finished off with the Penta.
Oh, but Leche now getting hooked by Death, but will he be able to get out of here? No, Thorn is here with the Emperor's Divide to finish it off, so it's going to be another kill going over to Thorn here, his second of the game. But yeah, Fiora really showing off why she's called the Grand Duelist, just a series of consecutive 1v1s there, taking out the entirety of Ending is Improving.
Yeah, I think there is some hope in Vladimir, but it's just like very contrived. It's going to be hard to center around him, especially when you have triple Infernal for Grin Eclipse. Like, the game is sort of in their hands to lose. Vladimir can sort of try to take advantage of that with Revenge. He can try and get some sort of specific situations where maybe a pick here or maybe some sort of skirmishes where he excels. But Grin Eclipse is essentially in the driver's seat right now.
Oh no, but Poseidon, he's shopping, and Death comes in and picks up the kill. The death from below is good, so they pick up the cut there. It's a little bit of extra gold on top. That is not what Inting is improving wanted right now. They need to be able to hold these towers. Ooh. But oh, here comes Uraxi with the aggressive flash play onto Leche. He gets the Dragon's Rage into the wall there. The hook does not quite land onto Death, but Revenge is on the chase here. He picks it up with that rocket belt.
TP anymore?
Yep, and Deity just coming in there looking for it, but Revenge is already here. He's in position. He wants this fight. So Grin Eclipse is forced to disengage.
I mean, it's not terrible because that means that Vladimir is able to get a kill there, and they are trying to stack as many kills on their Revenge as possible. So yeah, I would just say it just wasn't a terrible play. Interesting, Deity does have to use the TP there, so that's actually kind of problematic for them now that they don't have that global map presence, especially now that Baron's up.
Oh no. Oh, Leche misses his Sonic Wave onto Thorn. He's going to get out just by a hair here. As D Carter looking for the duel, though. He's got the Hurricane. He's got the damage. Thorn is here to back up, and this is a double kill for Thorn. Picking up the 80 and support of Inting is improving. Leche, though, looking for it. Not quite going to get the kill onto D Carter. That Acathian Ring picks up the kill. And now here in the top lane, Poseidon is going for the duel onto Deity while his base is crumbling. There are 3 members of Grin Eclipse here knocking on the door of the base. Taking down this bottom inhibitor is Revenge, looking to 1v3. Does he have it? He's got a lot of AoE. He is Vladimir, so they do have to be careful here, but Grin Eclipse not deterred quite yet. It's getting poked down a little bit. Poseidon has now rotated over to the mid lane. He decided to give up on that top inner, but he's gonna get taken out by the 4 members of Grin Eclipse collapsing here. Very nicely played by them. D Carter picking up another kill for himself. Now 3-1-9. Revenge getting poked very low by Thorn here on this Azir. They just have so much range, and here comes the Cataclysm onto Yola McSwaggin, as well as the death from below. You can't escape on Jinx when you don't have flash, so this game is just snowballing out of control as the middle inhibitor is going down.
Yeah, essentially right now Grin Eclipse is just moving like a swarm. They have 3 Infernals, they have the damage, they have the gold. So if they just move any unit, they could basically take on anybody that's near them.
And D Carter ends up picking up an extra kill for himself with that isolated Cathian Rain. So it's good for him. Just in time for this dragon to come up. Leche will not be around to go for the steal.
And yeah, the dragon, like you said, the Mountain Drake will only help even more. We're going to clip to finish off this game. We'll pull it back, but if Baron just goes down, then it's going to be so hard for them to get back.
Yeah, and with that Mountain Dragon that we just saw going down as we return back into this game, that Baron is just going to melt. There's a Kaisa, there's an Azir, there's 3 Infernal Dragons in a mountain. I don't know, man. This is looking pretty dunzo, I'd say. But we'll see if Inting is improving and pull something out here.
And, you know, never give up hope. You have a Lee Sin. There's always a possibility of a Baron steal with Lee Sin. Obviously, if he dies, then there's no possibility of a Baron steal with Lee Sin.
Yeah. I mean, it also, you know, it helps to have wards out for him to hop to, but like Grin Eclipse just has a stranglehold over this pit as it looks like they might be going for the engage now. You're actually catching Poseidon out here. He gets the Searing Charge and flashes out over the wall, but is the damage too much? Here comes the Death below. Death picks it up there for himself, but he does go down in return, but Deity picks up Leche in the background. Deity looking for another kill. He's diving into the base alone here. Is he overextended? YOLO McSwaggum picks up Deity. That's a huge shutdown, and maybe the Baron threat has been abated here for just a moment, but it looks like they're going for it anyway. There are 2 inhibitors down. It doesn't look like Inting is improving, can leave their base right now, as D Carter and Thorn can just take down this Baron lightning quick. There it is. The Baron goes down at 28.5 minutes here, and this game is looking very grim for the opponents of Grin.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's only a matter of time. You need, I feel like, to send somebody bot.
Gets a killer instinct.
Actually, I don't even know if you can send somebody bot. Maybe you can just run it down the whole entire map.
Alright, so yeah, D Carter ended up picking up a kill on Revenge there with that killer instinct. He landed the W on him, so got the free engage there, and Poseidon is getting chunked out by Thorn, who just does an insane amount of damage at this point on that 3-item Azir. And now there are 3 inhibitors down. There's Baron up. This is the last stand in the finals for Inting is improving. Can they pull something out here? Leche is looking. So
they
is
gotta go
Poseidon.
right
He's
now.
got the
You
Pillar
gotta
down next to
just go
D-Carter,
in.
but the charge misses.
Just go.
They're
Just-
starting to hit these Nexus towers. Thorn is looking for it. He's looking to end the game. YOLO McSwagman is trying his best to clear these waves, but D-Carter is taking down the turrets now. The Nexus is exposed. Uraxi goes into YOLO McSwagman. He gets the Cataclysm, and here comes the Pike kill as well. That's gonna be it, folks. Grin Eclipse wins the finals of Season 2 Aspire. Your champions.
Yeah, I mean they had such great pressure around the map this game. You were able to see Jarvan coming in, but I mean most of all, above all, Deity getting that pentakill really swung the game to a point of no return. Grin